Hey everyone, today we have a different video from the norm. Today we're going to build a budget streaming computer with the prototype Skylake processor at the core.
Nerd Confessions.
We needed a dedicated streaming computer for the studio, but a streaming computer doesn't need amazing specs, so we made the computer with budget in mind, especially with the processor. For the case, we used the Corsair Carbide 100R for $50. For the power supply, an EVGA 500 watt white for $40. We started with the Ballistic Sports 16 gig RAM kit, but moved to Corsair Vengeance LPX 16 gigabyte kit, overclockable to 3200 megabytes with C16 timings for $120. A Western Digital Blue hard drive for $40. Hyper 212 Evo heatsink for $30, and since it's a windowed case, we purchased a magnetic LED strip for $5. Finally, we used the ASRock Z170 Pro 4 as a motherboard, which hopefully you can find for $100 like we did. For the CPU on this build, we used the QHQG, which is a late revision 4-core 12-thread Skylake processor clocked at 2.2 GHz. But with overclocking, you can bring out a lot more performance. You can find the CPU on AliExpress or eBay for order from China. But as with many things you can order from these sites, there is no guarantee it will work. Prototype CPUs also have poor motherboard compatibility. If you're going to order a prototype CPU, make sure you do your research. I'll have a link down below in the description with some more info. We purchased our QHQG for $180, but you can find them between $150 to $200. There are also earlier prototypes which are more affordable but have less motherboard compatibility. All that came down to a final price tag of $560 and can be much cheaper if you go with used parts. With that, let's get building. This was the first CPU I've overclocked using BCLK, which is a feature unique to Skylake architecture motherboards and one Intel's attempted to patch out with Windows and BIOS updates. It took a lot of troubleshooting, but I was able to get around this by backdating the BIOS and removing the genuine Intel.dll file, which prevents your overclock from sticking on boot of Windows. Stability is far more important to this build than performance, so I stuck with a modest overclock of 145 MHz bus speed increase, which targets the CPU at 3.5 GHz and RAM at about 3 GHz. Something I didn't know about BCLK overclocking is that the feature will make integrated graphics unstable, meaning you need a discrete graphics card. So because of this, we popped in a GTX 570 we had laying around. Had I known this beforehand, I would have leaned more towards purchasing the QH8G, which is an earlier prototype going for a lower price of about $100 and does not have integrated graphics enabled. Problems aside, we're very happy with this build so far, and the bonus of having more cores for less is what we were most excited about. That's it for this video, guys. Like the video if you learned something. You can find the parts list in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.